watching GRTV, my favorite. Wahoo!
Cool, so we've just watched a round of Red Faction Battlegrounds. It looks pretty hectic, but very exciting. So can you tell us a little bit briefly about how the game works and I guess what your inspirations are? Because it reminds me certainly of some old school games.
Well, that's absolutely where we're coming from. You know, we looked at games going way back to Atari 2600 days like Combat, Super Sprint. You know, we wanted to get that multiplayer gameplay going again, local multiplayer, just so that anybody can sit down and anybody can pick it up and play it and just have a blast with it. And that was really our aim with the game. So it's a vehicle combat game, pure and simple.
So do you think that local multiplayer games have maybe fallen out of fashion lately? I mean, everyone seems to have gotten the online bug and now everything's online and you can't sit around on a sofa anymore with your mates.
I think that's the case, and it seems a shame to me. And I think Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation Network are ideal sort of formats for these kind of products. So I think there's potential for things to grow back up again. That's why we've tried to combine both in our product. So we've got online play and local multiplayer, and you can take local multiplayers online with you, which I think is quite a fresh way of doing things. So.
And is there a single-player option as well?
Absolutely, yeah. We've got a single-player challenge mode. So there's 16 different levels for you to play through. And each one's got a leaderboard, a separate leaderboard. So there's a real playability incentive in there to go back and play them again and again and again. Try and beat your mate's scores.
And what kind of weapons from Red Faction Armageddon are making an appearance in Battlegrounds?
Well, we've got from simple Gauss cannons that you get on the tanks, all the way to proximity mines, the remote charges, so you can detonate several of those at the same time. And the ultimate weapon, which is, of course, the singularity bomb. Which is a mini black hole generator. Sucks every enemy in that's in close proximity and then blows them to smithereens. That's my favourite.
I noticed you got a variety of vehicles from walkers to four-wheeled vehicles. Do they control any differently?
Absolutely, yeah. The walkers tend to turn on the spot, and so do the tanks, whereas the four-wheeled vehicles kind of skid around the turns. You know, they're quite slidey driving models, so there's a lot of challenge just in getting down the narrow paths and stuff, you know, which adds to the fun. Because there's a lot of physics in the gameplay. And
how does the destructibility of the Red Faction series factor into Battlegrounds as well?
Well, the vehicles blow up nicely. You know, that's one aspect. But the other thing, we've included a lot of destructible objects in the terrain. So if you're pretty close to a gas tank and a stray shot hits it, it goes up, and it's going to take anything that's near it up at the same time. So there's a tactical element to, instead of just aiming at your enemies, aiming at the things in the environment and try and take them out with a single shot.
So it's even more closely tied into Red Faction Armageddon in that you can gather XP and you can use that in the full game?
Well, what we actually have is a ranking system in the title, so that you earn XP, which takes you up ranks, and when you achieve certain ranks, you're going to get an achievement, and the achievements can be looked at in Red Faction Armageddon and give you bonus items and content. Yeah.
Is it releasing alongside the game, or is it going to be out before then?
It's going to be out before, but we're still working on the exact timescales for the release date.
Excellent. I look forward to playing it. Cheers, man.